Welcome to the Lodge. You've accessed
the Lodgecast experience.
Warning, warning, dangerous spoilers ahead. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Lockdown Hot Takes, Netflix style. I'm your Lodge Master. With me as always is Brother Bishki.
Happy Halloween, Lodge Master.
And Brother Lucas.
Spooky, scary, werewolf bar mitzvah, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves.
All right. Well, it's just the three of us tonight taking on another Adam Sandler Netflix joint.
Happy Madison.
And this one is pure Happy Madison. Sandler is the star. He is front and center. And the movie is Hubie Halloween. That is the name of a movie that we all watched and that most of the country has probably watched or will watch before October 31st this year.
Number one on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, I mean, that's where we're at.
Yes, look. We've been in quarantine for many months. It's like being frozen in Antarctica, like in a ship, like when you're trying to get over the other side. And so there's not a lot to eat on the boat. You know, there's not a lot of movies to watch. So we have to pick our battles. And because of Halloween and because of the high streaming numbers, I don't even know what to call it. But like, yeah, whatever. The algorithm, it's popular. And so we have to dip our toes or bob for apples in this tank.
We'd be in the heart of prestige season right now if it was a normal
We
world.
would. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Dude, imagine Dune. Imagine No Time for Die. Imagine Tenet. Remember Tenet? I didn't see it.
It's like leaving theaters now.
Imagine even Uncut Gems at this point.
Oh, my God.
Sandler famously said if he didn't get an Oscar, he was going to make the worst movie that he could possibly make just to fuck everybody over. I don't know if this is it.
It feels pretty close.
We get a lot of cameos. You're going to be hearing a lot about cameos in this. And the first person you see in this movie is Ben motherfucking Stiller, who I haven't seen around. So I'm like, hey, Ben Stiller, how's it going? It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was the guy that was like, you know, coming back to his hometown because he's so good as that character, and they didn't really.
Ben Stiller, he's in it for maybe a minute.
He reprises his original role from Happy Gilmore as the abusive, assisted living senior citizen, like nurse or whatever you want to call it, but
now he's at a mental hospital, and one of the patients breaks out, and that's the setup. There's an escaped mental patient heading back to this town, and cue Monster Mash. That's the kind of movie we're dealing with. We got Monster Mash on the opening credits, and Sandler is back, and he is deep in another man-child character, Hubie Dubois, with a voice that sounds kind of like a Cajun droopy dog.
It's the water boy. It's like the water boy.
But it's watered down water boy. It's like lazy water boy. His main character trait is that people just throw shit at him. That's what we're hanging our coat on.
And he gets spooked. Like he gets scared easily. And he has a thermos. That's like all there is to him.
I don't know if I laughed in this movie. We'll see. But I smiled a couple times.
I laughed exactly one time.
I think I did too, yeah.
I'm going to note every time I smiled. I smiled for the first time when Hubie Dubois talks about his Swiss Army thermos. The first time. I thought that was cute. I thought that was pretty funny. He has a thermos that can do it all. It's like Data from Goonies in thermos form. Dead silence. But I also have to say, in the pantheon of Sandler characters, this one is low energy, which I kind of like, because if he was like pedal to the metal the whole time,
like Mr. Deeds,
that shit grates on me so hard. So in a way, I'm like, you're getting paid how much to be this lazy? But I'm happy that he's low energy so that I don't want to like claw my fucking face off.
And just to give our listeners some insight into just how zany this Happy Madison production ranks with all the recent ones. In the cold open, after the Ben Stiller character discovers that the patient has escaped and left this like really crude like dummy in the bed pretending to be asleep, which was I think cold cuts with like hot dogs for a penis.
Yeah.
But the very next scene of Hubie, of Adam Sandler, like he's riding his bike, people are throwing things at him, he's dodging things, but he's catching things too. He catches some eggs like in his thermos.
Yeah.
And he stirs it up. He like swishes it up with whatever he's got in there and he drinks. He's like Rocky, and he drinks it. And then within like 2 seconds, he's projectile CG digi vomiting like as he's bike riding. And I'm like, okay, this is where we're at. Like, this is what we're in for. Got it.
Yeah. A lot of the gags rely on and stunts rely on CG.
And 5 minutes in, you can already tell it's so chaotically shot, directed, and especially edited. Like, there's something very unnerving about the editing of this movie. But in order to survive, you need to adjust your expectations as far as what a film is. Like, you have to adjust forcibly into the Happy Madison vibe, or else you're not going to make it. So I really tried to adjust myself, but the whole thing feels like it's held together by Scotch tape, which I guess is charming to some people, but
I think you already hit the nail on the head, you know, talking about how like lazy and low maintenance or like low energy it is, because they clearly, like, no one from the top down was like taking it seriously. Like, again, it's like a holiday. No. It's like, hey, we'll get together. We'll go to Salem or Louisiana or Georgia, like wherever they film this. I don't even know.
They did film it in Salem, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So it's let's go to Salem, which I guess is something.
A vacation. Of course, all of Sandler's kids are in it. Sadie and Sunny, his daughters, who kind of look like Adam Sandler in little girl form, which is something
like,
to see.
They're like middle-aged children. Like they're like 8 going on like 40.
And they play the daughters of Hubie's love interest, Julie Bowen, who there's nothing about her character, Violet Valentine, that is real. Believable. She is smitten with him. She is smitten with him.
I wrote this down in my notes. Her performance mode is the ecstasy's kicking in.
This is the first time I've encountered a manic pixie dream MILF. Like, she is completely ridiculous in this. And she is obsessed with Hubie, and Hubie, like,
he's a psycho. Like, he's a total man-child psycho. It's like,
he's not developed.
There's nothing charming about him, not in an all shuts mama's boy kind of way. Like, not even close.
I mean, I almost found it refreshing that they didn't even try to do a love story or any arc or anything, because
it was just straight all the way through. She loves him, he loves her, but it's unrequited love.
Yeah, there's no chemistry. There's nothing you have to deal with there, because in like The Wrong Missy, they did a love story and it ruined the movie kind of. So it's just like, I think there was a screenwriter who's a longtime collaborator who was just tired of writing and just said, okay,
they know it doesn't matter. They know it doesn't matter. Steve Buscemi shows up as Hubie's new neighbor for a little Burbs-esque subplot. Now, do you guys think Buscemi watches the Sandler movies he's in? Do you think he's seen them?
No way.
He doesn't even read the scripts. Like he just like gives,
I'm sure he
like give me this. He gets the sides like on the day he shows up. And he reads through them, and he probably like asked the director, Stephen Brill, who's also an actor, like, how should I play this? And Brill, like you said, is like, oh, the Burbs, play it like you're totally normal and friendly and nice, because we don't want to tip our hand that something's going on just yet. But it's clear that like he's
something's up.
He's somebody. I thought he was a vampire, but he's not.
Academy Award nominee June Squibb shows up wearing a shirt reading Boner Donor. And speaking of reading the script, imagine sweet, kindly June Squibb's facial expression when she encounters that particular detail in the script. That's basically her character, is that she wears raunchy shirts she found at the flea market. And imagine her face reading that.
I just wish they never mentioned it. Like, I think it's funny when you see her wearing it, but as soon as they start talking about it it kills the joke for me.
Yeah. And they keep talking about it because she wears like 10 of them within a movie set in like 48 hours.
And it's like, what's a boner? What's a boner mean? Oh, I think it means like a mistake or something. And then there's like a gag later about it. And it's like, oh man, it would just be funny if like she just never addressed it, like ever.
But I bet that shit is playing like gangbusters in just like
living rooms,
family rooms across America.
True,
yes,
true.
It's hitting hard.
Because I'm watching this alone, like literally alone.
Sure.
But don't cry for me because I've got a beautiful screening room and like projector.
Yes.
But I try to like imagine that the Tuesday night discount crowd or being in a living room in like Toledo with my bubka who's like, what did you just say? Like, what's he talking about? And I'm like, I don't know, Grandma. Like,
Bubka needs the subtitles on for sure, but she'd have a great time.
I had to put my subtitles on because I thought that Adam Sandler's mumbling, I was like losing stuff. I was like, I can't really hear exactly what he's saying because I've been drinking.
Another smile alert. When all the female news anchors on TV are dressed as Harley Quinn for Halloween, I smiled. That was funny to me.
Yeah.
They dwell on it again, though, too much.
Yeah. No, the one laugh that the movie gave me wasn't so much the line as it was the actor giving the line reading. And they got some guy, I don't know who he was, like a character actor to play the like elementary middle school principal. And Hubie's like giving some kind of safety seminar speech for like Halloween or whatever. And like the crowd just starts booing Adam Sandler like super hard.
Everybody in the town hates him.
And the principal's like, stop it. He's a human being.
Let him speak. He's a human being.
Why does everybody hate him? I mean, I know that the movie slowly turns around into its sappiness as like a lesson about not being mad at people who are different. But everybody in the town, except for this awkward teenage love story that they try to shoehorn in there, everybody in the town hates him. They actively loathe him. Is that funny? Like, does that help the movie?
No, it didn't work for me. It just felt like it was just fun for him to dodge stuff. And he was good at dodging stuff. Like that was one of the jokes is like he had reflexes, I guess. But it didn't tie into anything. I felt like it should have been because he got Halloween canceled or something that year. I don't know.
Yeah, there was no reason. Like it should have been, he got Halloween canceled through no fault of his own sometime, you know?
Right.
Or some sort of backstory.
Too
like
lazy.
A misunderstanding.
They're just too lazy to give a backstory.
Too lazy. They know it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We got another cavalcade of cameos coming up. We got Colin Quinn. Very brief. Michael Chiklis is on hand. What the fuck? Kenan Thompson, George Wallace, and my next huge smile was Tim Meadows showing up. I love Tim Meadows.
I haven't seen him in a while.
My God.
Yeah, he's great.
I laugh at everything that man says. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't pass over Ray Liotta.
Current Chantix era Ray Liotta is on board. And he calls Hubie Puby. He's Hubie's bully. Yeah. And Ray Liotta puts way more chutzpah into this movie than Adam Sandler does.
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody does, but Ray Liotta especially. He's having a great time. He probably has a cabin up there somewhere, you know, and he knows the area. Like, I'm sure there's some great stories because he looks like he's having a great time.
I was hoping Ray Liotta would have been the escaped mental patient and he would have been like the scary guy coming back to town because he is so scary.
Well, they keep building up this escaped mental patient and you know it's going to be a cameo. Did you guys have any feelings or inklings as to who it was going to be? Because they build it up for a while.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be David Spade or someone from SNL.
Ooh, yeah, Spade.
Like Michael Myers, but the actual Michael Myers, you know?
Right.
Like as himself. Like that would have been good.
That would be real good.
Ooh, that's a live recast right there. But no, it's Rob motherfucking Schneider.
Rob motherfucking Schneider looking like a Kato Caitlin type character. He's got like this blonde surfer wig kind of.
Very Kato-esque. And he doesn't really add anything to the proceedings. It turns out that he and Buscemi are both werewolves. And it's kind of like a red herring that goes off to nowhere.
Yeah. Didn't really land. Didn't really tie into anything. It was like, hey, let's throw a bunch of shit against the wall.
This is the definition of a laundry folding movie.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was going to invoke it. This is laundry folding certified.
When you watch this silly film, you should be folding laundry. Folding. Oh, yeah.
You should not give this your full attention.
No.
You just shouldn't. It's not good for you. But if it's on the periphery and every time you look over, something kind of funny looks like it's happening out of context because you're missing context that isn't even there in the first place, then you might have a good time.
Yeah. No, you need to be like prepping your Halloween costume or like carving a pumpkin, like doing anything but giving your full attention to this movie. Yeah.
Tim Meadows and Maya Rudolph are a couple in this. And I'm like, movie, stick with those two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just follow those two. Like, let's drive off with them and never look back. We'll never say the word Hubie again. Go with where the sparkle is, guys. Anyway, that was too much to dream.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to think of a salad dragon.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't. Was there anything that stands out? I'm trying to think. Was it the poop? Wasn't the poop.
They didn't put in enough work to craft a proper salad dragon that would be earned. So
I never remember being shocked or blown away. Like I was waiting for that one scene where I was like, whoa, but it never really came, I don't think.
40 minutes in, I made note that my bones had been flatlined at half a bone for the entire movie so far. That was my discovery at 40 minutes. I didn't know how it was going to overcome that, but I did have another smile with Maya Rudolph's delivery of the line.
Oh, and
Yes.
Hubie Dubois, careful.
I got to give credit where due.
My only laughs, like when Sandler was doing his voice, there was one point where he was like whispering it. He was like,
yeah.
Hello. It was, sometimes when he does that voice, it does get me. Like it brings
catches
back
you off guard.
It brings back the SNL, like Opera Man, or I don't know which character exactly that he used it for. But.
Yeah. It was great seeing Ray Liotta in a suit and a clown wig. That was a good look toward the end on the Halloween night. Oh, my sixth smile. There's a sultry radio voice that kind of you hear on the radio throughout the movie and throughout the town. And they go to the radio station, and this sultry female voice belongs to Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq Fu. I spoiled that one accidentally looking through the IMDb credits, like so.
Oh, you saw Shaquille.
Yeah,
you knew he was coming up.
I was like, I knew it was going to be Shaq when he were slowly.
He looked like he was having a pretty good time.
Yeah,
he looked like he was
that
having
was
an all right
surreal.
time.
But that scene didn't land for me. I thought I was just like, this is now in the realm of pure surrealism, and like I don't care. Like I just don't care. It's not funny. It's like a weird. Aside that doesn't even really fit in with anything. I don't know. I felt like it could have been funnier. It just.
But again, in living rooms, man, that shit is slaying them dead. I guarantee it.
Saving Halloween.
And then there's a little riff on Friday the 13th where the killer or whatever turns out to be none other than June Squibb, and I thought. Basically, her deadpan delivery of the sappy final speech, for me, inflated my bones. Like, I loved watching her blossom at the end. I was like, are they really going to just stick her with these silly sex t-shirts and we're not going to get anything else out of this Corvette that they have covered in the garage? But no, they took her for a spin. She earns her stripes, and I got to say, she charmed the shit out of me. I love June Squibb.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the ending?
Yeah, it was definitely, it put me in the mood to watch the original Friday the 13th, which I did immediately following it just because I needed to like rinse like some eye bleach in myself.
Yeah.
But no, I love June Squibb. I mean, I thought she was good in About Schmidt, where she was Jack Nicholson's wife.
Yeah, classic.
And she's been in a bunch of things between now and then. But yeah, she was funny. She had some great moments.
This made me want to see her team up with Ma and like just fucking go on a tear.
Man,
she's like
so
90.
funny.
Like she needs to team up with Ma soon.
Fried green tomatoes meets Slumber Party Massacre.
Yes, why not?
Yeah.
Come on now.
I was a little worried. I was watching on my iPhone, in a hotel.
Oh, you watched it on your iPhone. That's good though.
That's probably the way they intended it. Yeah, that feels like it should go down even easier.
And I was checking the time from here and there, and I saw it was wrapping up, and I checked the time. It was 20 minutes left. I was like, "What?
Yeah, what was up with that?"
But then we enter like a 15-minute credit sequence, which was
we do,
which was fine. Like it was just like a little goofy like tribute to every cameo in the movie.
Yeah, Ray Liotta curses a lot when he blows his lines.
Yeah,
can you believe it?
And we get a bunch more like spooks where Sandler gets spooked and makes everyone watching laugh. But then they went to like this film is dedicated to this kid who died of epilepsy, and then
it's a touching tribute. But yeah, again, at the end of a comedy, you're just kind of like, oh, okay,
yeah. And then the music, the laughs, like everything stops right there. You're just like, fuck.
It's just silence.
Well, out of that silence comes these Hubie Halloween bones.
I can feel it in my bones.
All right, Bishki, what do you got cooking up for Hubie?
So as I mentioned, I watched this on my iPhone. I was in Casper, Wyoming.
Nice.
I was visited by no ghosts. I had no spooks. I gave this film my full undivided attention.
Oh no!
And as I do with all Lodgecast movies, I will never, ever let our Lodgecast audience down by folding laundry. But this is a laundry folding movie.
Absolutely.
And laughs were very few. It did not have like The Wrong Missy had Lauren Lapkus, who made me laugh quite a few times. There's no standout performances, and the cameos were, I don't know, they were a little phoned in. I mean, they're all like
they were okay.
They're all like happy to see you, but there were nothing like Chris Farley and like Billy Madison or anything like that. It's just nothing approaching that. That being said, Sandler's a little more enjoyable than David Spade. Like I don't mind him in most capacities.
He's easier on the eye for sure.
Yeah. After having never seen a Happy Madison production going into 2020, I've now seen two.
Oh man,
so
fucking crazy!
I am done with them for a long time. We got to push off at least I don't know how many years before we see the next Happy Madison movie. But I'm gonna throw old Hubie one spooky bone.
One spooky bone.
If you dare to watch it, don't give it your full attention because it's gonna require you to do something with the family while you watch. Okay.
Okay. One bone from Bishki. LT, what do you got? What's in your cauldron?
Yeah, I gotta go with Brother Bishki's one bone myself as well. Because the premise is right, man. I love the Halloween setting, time of year.
Sure.
I love
everybody loves that shit.
I love the premise of a crazy person breaking out of a mental hospital and returning to their hometown. I love the premise of a weird, spooky old man, next door neighbor moving in. I love, the Jason Voorhees mom is the killer twist. Like, I love all of these things. And I love Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do love Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and his early stuff.
This sounds like the movie for you then.
But it's too lazy. It's like, if you don't care, if you don't try, then why am I watching this? Like, I would much rather like watch, Garfield's Halloween special or Charlie Brown's Halloween special, because there's heart and soul and craftsmanship and care and all this shit that goes into it that I subconsciously am like picking up on, even if I'm, not 100%, the demographic for it or whatever. So with this, I was like, man, I want to be laughing more. I want to be scared more. And they thought like, oh, it'll be funny if he digi-vomits, or it'll be funny if he just spastically breaks shit when he's scared or acts like a spaz, or people throw things at him. And it just, it only goes so far unless it pays off in a big way, where like there is a killer and the killer throws knives and Hubie's able to dodge the knives because he's been dodging shit his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you don't have this. You don't have this. So I have to give it one bone, but
you're giving it a full bone.
But I just wish, it makes me think about all the SNL cast members, like even going back to like, Bill Murray did Ghostbusters, but like God, I would have loved to have seen Chevy Chase do Memoirs of the Invisible Man with the original director, Ivan Reitman. And it was going to be like, I think more of a slapstick comedy before it all turned into like what it became. But like, I don't know. I just think everyone, like every actor or producer or writer, creator out there, I feel you should definitely develop at least one like holiday themed movie, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Halloween. I think it's just like ripe for
it's money in the bank.
It is, yeah, because people like the audience automatically relates to it. Like we all relate to any one of those holidays, even if we're like a foreigner, we have some kind of concept of what it is. So I think more people should really explore it and do it. And I think a lot of people don't because, you know, they don't want to like spend, you know, 2 or 3 years of their lives making a holiday movie, but if it's good, it's like something people will watch every single year. Yeah, and
Christmas motherfucking Vacation.
And Hubie Halloween is not it. I would recommend people watch Ernest Scared Stupid, which is a very good comparable film.
One that I would recommend is Boo, a Medea Halloween. Boo has so much more.
The first one. The first one.
Not the second one.
Not Boo 2.
Not Boo 2. But Boo, a Medea Halloween has so much more energy and improvisation and laughs from Tyler Perry.
So many more laughs. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So if you're going to watch a Halloween movie, I watch Boo over Hubie. But
I second that. I second that emotion. We got one bone. You know, I was at a half a bone. I was cruising. My cruising altitude was half a bone the whole fucking time. And then I had that little June Squibb bump. She bumped me. She bumped me up to 1. So we're 3 boys, 3 bones total among us. And that's what we're giving Hubie. And that's what he deserves. It's a 1 bone movie, y'all. Your family might lose its collective shit in the living room while watching it. But that doesn't mean that you give it any more than 1 bone. It's unconscionable to go above 1.
But alone on a Saturday night is different, man. It's a lot different.
It's way different. I would say put it on mute even because you get a lot of the production design of the fall and the decorations. Like you could just do other shit. Listen to a podcast while you have Hubie Halloween on muted.
Yeah.
It's like the Christmas bonfire of movies, basically. You just,
Yes, it's a Yule log. It's a Hubie log.
Yeah.
Well, we did it, y'all. We made it through. Bishke says no more Happy Madison for years. We'll see about that.
I know,
years
man.
become
I can't
months,
believe
become days.
I never thought we would do another one, but here we are, man. 2020.
We're going to be doing a lot more. Just you wait. Yeah. And have fun this Halloween. Make the best out of this Halloween that you possibly can.
Have good PG-13 fun this Halloween.
Yeah. Yes. Love and spooky light.
Love and spooky light, y'all.